Okay, we're back with another episode of High Rated Edison, and today we have Aussie999 with 1111 rating versus Okoko on 862 rating. So both players quite high rated. Aussie quite deep into the top 100, Okoko sitting just outside of it, but obviously working their way into it. Opening hands are Reckless, Beckoning, Necro Gardener, Beckoning, and Jane. So some kind of light swan build, although the Reckless is a bit strange. Reckless might make it Kristya-Sworn actually. We'll find out. Infernal Prodigy, Greffa, Diva, Sangam, Future Fusion, and Gilman. So some kind of Diva, Hero, Dark pile. Let's see how it goes. So going to Future Fusion now. Dump the Mali and the Treeborn. Mali for Mali. Yeah, summon out Diva. Search. Okay. Chooses not to summon off Diva. Maybe they've only got the Gilman and the other Divas, and they chose to leave them in deck. Summon out the Thought Ruler now and pass. Draws into the Celestia. Okay, so yeah, still not entirely sure if it's Light Swan or Kristya-Sworn. Going to start with the Jane, set the Reckless and the two Beckonings. End phase, mill a Reckless and a Beckoning. Jesus. Okay, Aussie can't catch a break. Draws into the Stratos. Wow, this is strong. Going to go to battle now, try and get over that. They're going to Reckless here. Oh, is that correct? I mean, so let's think about this. If they pick up an Honest, which is a 2 in 32, and then yeah, that would be good. It would leave a Celestia play next turn, but they are then gonna forgo their draw phase immediately. And what we can see from looking at the hands is they feel like they're quite far behind. So probably would have liked the extra card. Draws into Orange Light and Charge. Charge is a hell of a pickup, and Orange Light with Celestia is also pretty good. You've got Charge into Lumina, Pitch, Necro. If you get a Light Swan out, so this isn't terrible. Damage calculator, they're going to bluff the Honest. And they're going to get rid of the Jane. So going to gain 18 on this side, lose 9 on this side, set the Sangam. And that's 1 of 2 on Reckless. They're going to start with the Charge. Mills JD, Card Trooper Lila. Lila's a great mill there because now they can add Lumina and get rid of this Future Fusion. So adding the Lumina. Yeah, Lumina, Pitch, Necro Gardener, bring up the Lila. Lila, get rid of that Future Fusion. Yeah, mill 6, and you've left a live Herald in hand. Mills 2 Wolves and the Kristya. Okay, so yeah, the Orange Light kind of confirmed it, but yeah, this is Kristya-Sworn. So let's take a quick stock of the Grave. They've got a Necro Gardener that's live. They've got 4 Light Sworn names, so the Beckoning for the JD is live, and they've got 3 Fairies for Kristya, and they've got 2 more in hand, so they can modulate to 4 Fairies right now. Yeah. Well, they can't right now because it's their end phase, but they could potentially still be on to modulate next turn. Okay, draws into the Miracle Fusion. Treeborn Frog coming out now. Miracle Fusion. Going to go ahead and summon Ab-Zero using the Mali and the Diva. Yeah, so because of the Treeborn, that's now a bit bigger. Sangam into the Lila. Yeah, they've got Gardener, so is there a way they can play this where they can keep the Lumina now? No, right, because, yeah, okay. So, Ab-Zero into the Lumina. Yeah, I guess if you Necro there, they just hit it with Thought Ruler. And they're trying to attack one of the Wolves with Thought Ruler, so they gain a bit more. Yeah, okay. Necro Gardener in there, that feels fine. Okay, oh yeah, they're not drawing because they're under Reckless still, so they can... What can they do here? So they've got 1, 2, 3 Fairies in Grave, 2 in hand. So they could pretend... And they've got 4 Light Swans in Grave. Wow, okay, so they have the option now to Beckoning, pitch these 2, grab a Kristya and a JD and go absolutely crazy. Oh, they're going straight to battle phase. I'm not... Am I wrong? Am I missing something? So they've got 2 cards in hand, which are both fairies. If they Beckoning and pick up JD and Kristya, it would modulate their fairies down to these 2 and these 2, so 4, which is enough for Kristya, and they would have... So exactly enough for Kristya, and they would have 1, 2, 3, 4 Lightsworn names. Okay, Aussie's maybe just not seen it, or they don't think it's worth it. But yeah, JD cleans up the field. And then Kristya comes down to stop any special summons. And add, I don't know, Orange Light, Celestia back to hand. Okay, you know, I'm not the best Kristya-Sworn player. Aussie is really high rated. They're in the top 100. Let's see how it goes. So they're going to pitch the Wolf for the Celestia. No, Celestia and 3 spell traps. Going to pop the Thought Ruler and the Ab-Zero. Going to lose all their monsters and pass. Yeah, I mean, I guess you've always just got like Beckoning for JD anyway. So yeah, okay. Strat's coming down now. Good to search Infernal Prodigy. Battle phase going to get him for 18. Set the Bottomless and pass. Okay. Draws into Honest now, okay. Now they can't modulate enough for Kristya. Yeah. Yeah, because the Celestia's taking them over. They've got a Beckoning now to try and survive. But what do they grab? So Beckoning and pitch both. They grab the Kristya. No, they don't grab the Kristya. Okay. Yeah, they can't use the Kristya because even with Kristya out, it'd be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fairies now. Far too many. So they're going to grab the JD and the Lumina. You only discarded 2, Aussie. Please tell me they catch this. Okay. Okay, JD coming down now. Okay, yeah, they did catch it. Cool. So they're going to leave the Lumina. So Honest and JD. Yep, that's right. So they're going to Bottomless the JD. Aussie's going to admit defeat there. Yeah, they can't survive next turn. I don't know if they know that. I can't remember exactly what they know in hand, but they don't survive next turn. So, opening hands on game 2 now, where Aussie's going to get to go first, are Prodigy, Windblast, Diva, Greffa, Caius. Okay, this is not bad. Threatening Roar, JD, Threatening Roar, Beckoning, Wolf, and Solar. Doesn't matter if you draw the Wolf, if you draw the Recharge as well. So they're going to recharge the Wolf, draw into Oppression, Heavy. Ooh, this is stinky. Mills the Raikou and the Cold Wave. I mean, they've got T-Roars to get them through turns, so they're okay. But this is not great. Just sets the Oppression. Okay. So Greffa coming out now. Greffa going to pitch the Mali and the Plague. Going to try and get in now for 17. That's successful. Going to set the Wind Blast and pass into the Dust Shoot. Dust Shoot's nice. Yeah, I was going to say, yeah, threatening down already. Draws into the Diva now. Goes to standby. That's going to get him out with Dust Shoot. Going to send the Caius back. Yep, makes sense. Attack him with the Greffa. Yep. All good there. Draws into the Beckoning. Yeah, this is a really rough position for Aussie to find himself in. Draws into the Future Fusion now. Jesus, okay. Plague Spreader. I'm going to stack one of the Divas. Bring it out. Going to banish the Mali. Bring out the Mali. Yep. Going to use both of those for Stardust now. I mean, yeah. Just going to get Oppression surely. Yeah, okay. Oppression, going to Wind Blast, put the Oppression back. Yeah, and the Stardust is going to stick around. Diva coming down now. Diva for Gilman. This is why Threatening Roar is kind of good in Lightsworn. So, going to Threatening Roar now. Yeah, I think I'd wait to the battle phase. I think I'd see if they commit to like Goyo and stuff. I don't know that you needed to Threatening Roar that early. I think I'd rather just... Because now they get to use defensive synchros like Android. As opposed to maybe a Goyo that they would have made otherwise. Oh, so they make Catasta actually, yeah, also really good. And set the Future Fusion. Yeah. Okay, picks up the Oppression that was stacked to the top of their deck. Just going to set the Oppression, the Threatening Roar, and a Beckoning, and another Beckoning, and pass. Draws into Diva now. Going to go to Battle Phase. Draws into Diva even though it was shuffled away. Unfortunate. On entrance to Battle Phase, they're going to Threatening Roar. Going to pass. Draws into Herald. This is just... This sucks. Holy. Going to Beckoning now. Pitch both, add back the Raikou and the JD. Yeah, just trying to get somewhere. Sets the Raikou and passes. I mean, do you even survive? Because the Raikou isn't going to be able to destroy under Stardust. So Stardust going to go in. Raikou going to just mill. Mills a Wolf. Okay. Okay. Attack mode Wolf. Yeah. So Catasta going to get over that. And then Greffa going to get in for some damage. So they're going to set the Wind Blast and pass. How many Light Sworns they got now? Just the 2 still. They have got the other Beckoning somewhere. Yeah. Draws into the Celestia. Going to Heavy Storm now. Chain Stardust. Going to Beckoning, pitch the JD and the Celestia. Add the Raikou and the JD. Set the Raikou, Stardust is going to come back, and they're going to Oppression that so it stays in grave. Draw into the Heavy Storm now, so they're going to Wind Blast, put the Raikou back, and that's it. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, really unfortunate for Aussie there. Yeah, really unfortunate. So they just couldn't draw. Yeah, I've been going back and forth. We saw the Light Sworn deck from the PPG do really well. So I think that was Rhynide's Light Sworn list, and then he went on to top the RBT recently, and that deck just looked really consistent. So it was like 3 Jane, 2 Arcus to like Janes for Glads and other problem decks where you need something big, Arcus for like the frogs and the targeting matchups. And that deck looks super consistent just because it's a bunch of Light Sworn monsters, and you're not having to worry about like modulating levels. I wonder if Aussie watches this match back, if they consider the play we mentioned there was an opportunity in the last game to Beckoning, grab the Kristya and the JD, blow up the board with the JD and take itself out with the Ab-Zero, summon the Kristya, add a fairy back and just see where you go from there. But remembering what a Coco's Hand was, I think that wouldn't have been enough. Although there was some special summon reliant cards, I'd have to go back and check it out. But just talking about Kristya-Sworn basically and saying I'm not sure now with how good like Rhynide and that pure Light Sworn build are doing. I think that might be the better version of Light Sworn. But this deck is obviously still, I mean, the ceiling on this Kristya Light Sworn deck is unbelievable. Like, Kristya adds a whole new dimension to the deck, but it just means that you're playing fairies that you don't always want to see. So like Orange Light is great, but it's quite costly, especially if you're not hugely up on advantage. And Kristya can just get clogged in your hand, or just not be impactful if you go over on fairy count. So I wonder if the Light Sworn decks that we see now, with the Kristyas and all that kind of stuff, are going to transition more into like a Rhynide style, kind of aggro Light Sworn pure deck. This Deep Sea Diva deck, wow, what a display of like how to use this deck. The Divas, the Mallies going off, the Future Fusion, the Greffa, Pitch, Plague and Necro and stuff. So this was really well played from Akoko all the way through. Some really heads up plays, and what a great display of how the kind of Diva hero dark deck works, and how just utterly bananas it can be when it goes off. So it was a really impressive match from Akoko. A bit unfortunate for Aussie in this game, but I wonder if this is no longer the Light Sworn deck of choice, versus like the pure Light Sworn deck. And this deck just had everything. Had everything. They even had a Future Fusion they didn't play. Which just goes to show how good, how far up they were. So yeah, really good match to see though. Great one to commentate over, and I think we'll see both of these players back again soon.